can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Sure she can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Sure she can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Sure she can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, it's Shoshi from Shoshi's Magnificent Minis. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Sounds good. Okay, so the bot is still advertising the Union Team, but that's not what we're giving away today. Let me go fix that. You're going to be giving away this Unnatural Flesh Set, which is really awesome. It's actually, the owner of Scale75 US actually recommends the Unnatural Flesh Set over the regular Flesh Set, and I'll show you why. It has a lot of really unique colors in it. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if I turn it a little bit this way. So the colors are Misfits Green, Bloodfest Crimson, Brain Eater Azure, Undead Flesh, which is very similar to some of the olive greens that I use in my skin tones, Resurrection Flesh, Harvester Flesh, Hellbound Flesh. That doesn't tell you anything, does it? What color is Hellbound? Right? So I'm going to describe these colors instead. So Misfits Green I would say would be a dark kind of foresty green. Bloodfest of crimson, I would compare to, I think it's pretty close. It's like a deeper version of corn red. I would say it's a little bit more on the darker, bluer side. Or it's close to, what's the P3 version of it? Yeah, you're unnaturally excited for this. You will never know. Hello, everybody in chat. Welcome. The music is too loud. Thank you, Razar. Let me go fix all those issues real quick. Hang on 1 second. That make the music less? I'm hoping that helped. Have you ever been to a Hello Kitty flagship store? Hellbound has the feeling perfectly. That's funny. Tell me what you guys think. Is the music too loud now, or is it just right? Or is it too low? Hopefully you can hear me close enough to my mic. So what we are going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be painting some more. I think what we're going to do today is not only we're going to do some non-metallic metal on this guy, but I think we're also going to do unnatural flesh. Why shouldn't we show off what the unnatural flesh set does? We won't. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Done. So I don't know how to fix the bot. For whatever reason, it's still showing the Guild Ball team, but just know that we're giving away unnatural flesh. So let's see. You know what? Let me flip to my other screen. Okay, now you guys can see what I'm seeing. So this is Misfits green. As you see, it's like a deep foresty green, crimson, Bloodfest crimson, Brain Eater azure, which is like a pastel-y. I would say it's almost like a purpley blue. Yeah. Undead flesh is like a pastel olive, I would call it. And resurrection flesh, it is a kind of a taupey, fleshy color, kind of a pale, not a pale flesh, but like a peach flesh. Harvester flesh looks like the next hue down, so it's a more pale version. Hellbound flesh is like a pastel bluish greenish, a little bit more. It's got less yellow in it than the undead flesh. You can see that. And then Moonray flesh, I would just say, is a creamy yellowy ivory color. And yay! Psycho Geek, thank you so much for the follow. It's good to see you here. Psycho Geek is a friend of mine I met on the Hangouts when I was over on Facebook and the Hangouts, Google Hangouts. Check this out. So this box comes with different painting examples, processed step by step. So like I said, it's unnatural flesh set, but you can absolutely paint any of the skin tones with it. So it's really, look at this dwarf. That's done with this set. So that's great. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show you the model that we're painting today. Let's take a peek. And I will tell you what, I have never heard of this company before. But look at the detail on this. This is a resin model, and it's by Protos Games. I got this from my dear friend Dirk Stiller. He's the brush guy on Facebook, and he is also a painter. He and I did a mini trade. So he painted a mini for me. He actually painted the Kingdom Death Order Knight for me. And so he sent me this one to paint for him. So this is, let's see, what does it say? It's not Orc, it's Oark. Orc Legion, Nepharite of Algeroth, Mutant Chronicles Warzone Resurrection, and it comes with a little guide. It has this little gun. It's been sitting on my desk for the past week, and I think I took it up to my spray booth to prime, because for whatever reason I got everything but the gun primed, so it's not with us today. So here's a picture of the concept art. And he looks very demony. So you've heard of Warzone. There are a lot of great minis from that range. You should take a look and see if you like any. Mutant Chronicles, Dark Legion. Great, I'm so glad you guys have heard of this. Brain Eater and Moonray. So tell me, like, this is a game all by itself, I'm guessing, right? And, or do you use this in, like, D&D games? I guess you could, right? He's really awesome looking. So he's kind of got, like, a Hellboy look to him on the artwork. Dark metal and a red face. I think we're gonna go with a different look for his skin because we're gonna use the natural flesh set, which means we're probably gonna use some bloodfrest crimson because he has very red skin. Nepharite of Algeroth, the really old gaming IP. The Mutant Chronicles movie was not so good. It's a sci-fi game. You never heard of it. And I don't know how it's played. Like I said, when I got this, it's got an old unholy flashet. Is it a flashet or flatchet? That sounds so bad. Flatchet. Flashet. So that's his unholy flashet. I think that's how I call it. And I think this little piece on the end might be sprue. I can't decide if I'm going to keep that on there or not. A little extraneous. Well, let me know if you guys think I should cut that off or not. It was a role-playing game in the 90s. Oh, awesome. So that's awesome. And he's very demon-y looking. And you can see where this arm joins. I can actually fix that with a little Bondic. Where's my Bondic tube? Tube of goodness. I just cleaned my desk off, which you'd think that would make it easier for me to find stuff. Whoa, Lone Wolf, thank you so much for the subscribe. 3 months. Woohoo! Oh, the flashet, is it flashet? Flashet is the gun. Okay, so this is some kind of spear, electric spear. We're going to put Bondic in this gap, and I'm going to show you how nice it fills. Fills the gaps. Just wipe it off wherever you got excess. There we go. And he does have a glove, so there is some separation that's supposed to be there. And then we're going to take... I have this light that Bondic sent me. This came with the Kickstarter, Bondic Pro. It was one of the, what do you call it? The Kickstarter stretch. I think it was a stretch goal. They made a certain amount, everybody got one. I'm just shining my UV light on it. Cure, that's it. All it takes. And it's cured. And then now we have a nice gapless thing there. That's awesome. Yay. So the gap filler I'm using is called Bondic. And anybody who's watched this channel knows that I freaking love this stuff. It is not a glue. In fact, you can go to notaglue.com to look at it. And it is a liquid plastic that cures with UV light, a UV plastic. And what's awesome about it is you can use it to fill. One of my friends even took some clay. He pushed a little skull into the clay, took it out, put the Bondic in it, and cured it, and then basically cast his own bit with that. So that's another use of it. It tends to be better in layers. So I think small layers is lets it cure better. But all it needs is light. As long as light can get to it. That's why think of it as a weld, not a glue. Bondic is life. We have a new alert. So if you happen to see me talk about Bondic, we have the exclamation point Bondic. Bondic is life. Hey, Artivolve. Yes, I do. Yeah, you can get Bondic on Amazon. I think the Hobby Towns are starting to carry it. I'm trying to think. I've just been telling lots of people about it, and I got it at CVS. That's where I saw it. It's a Canadian product, and so they will ship free for over, like if you buy over $50 of their product from them directly, they'll ship for free anywhere in Canada or the US. Look his life. The new gun thing she's showing from the Kickstarter. Right, this is not retail based yet, but I think he's going to be having these for, and I don't know. I think I end up taking it out because using them together is a little imprecise for me, so I like to take it out and use it. I kind of like the other tool a little bit better for what I do, but if you're a handyman, apparently you can use this in some soldering, like for electronics, as long as it's real low voltage. I don't know. I haven't used it in that way yet. Oh, so yeah, if you have tickets, you can buy up to 3 tickets to get an entry for the Unnatural flesh set. Okay. And it takes 10 points, which are the gold stars, 10 points to get 1 ticket. So you can get up to 3. That's nice. Yeah, there you go. Did I see the update about the Everlasting Wet Palette? Yeah, I did. It looks like it's on time for March, and I'm excited because they've improved the paper, they've improved the sponge. I got the Studio palette, which is a little bigger since I've already got the small one, and I ordered like a zillion of their paper sheets, so I'm excited. I want to show you. So we're going to be using my Raffle miniature holder to paint this guy, and as you know, we're sponsored by Raffle. We're also sponsored by Scale75. And I wanted to show you this. This is something that Raffle just sent me. So normally you have these. These are the regular. This is an insert. And then they also have this kind, which is the cork 32 28 millimeter holder, right? So it'll hold a small base like this, like a Kingdom Death base, or like a small War Machine base, small Warhammer base, right? That's how they normally look. But he sent me some new ones that they have available, and it's a 40 millimeter base, and it splits 4 ways, and it does fit a 40 millimeter War Machine base perfectly. So that means it'll be good for any other kind of 40 millimeter base, because I believe these are a little bigger than your average. And you just stick that in there, and then I'm ready to paint. Oh no, his gun fell off. Oh, you know what? I didn't have him glued in. Well, that's okay, because then we can get in painting all of this. Yay! You guys are awesome. Did you do? I think you did it right, Chaos. Like it. You know, I have to tell you, I'm a little bit gun shy of Kickstarters now. I've spent so much on them, and I think the happiness rate that I've had with them hasn't been as high as I would like, for considering the investment that I've done in them. I think I'd rather put my money in Patreons, where I can get artists to help me paint better, and then just buy my minis retail, unless it's like something I absolutely have to have. So, oh, somebody said, what, happy accidents? Yes, happy accidents, absolutely. The bot is, if the bot is broken, it's a paint set, not a Guild Ball team. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to correct the bot every time it tweets that, I would appreciate it. I hope people don't get mixed up. I looked at it. It says paint set. Maybe I did it wrong. The bot is weird. I fixed it. Well, Protomaker wasn't here. Shoshi updated the bot, which means who knows what could happen. At least I opened the raffle now instead of at the very end. I think that's what broke the bot the last time we did a giveaway with me. Was that I did a raffle at the very, very end, and I tried to do a ticket raffle, and there's so many people entered. The bot was like, ugh. So it broke. But I guess when you see a tweet from the bot, you have to click the pencil icon to save the change. Mike is so smart. What would I do without lovely husband Mike? All right, I'm gonna go change it. Hopefully that will update itself. I did click the pencil this time. How do you know if you're out of stars? You can, I think you can do exclamation point points. That'll tell you how many stars you have. Bric-a-brac. Bric-a-brac. I love that name, Bric-a-brac. You have 8 gold stars. You only need 10 stars to get. So you should be able to get the other 2 stars while you're, I think you get a star every 10 minutes or something like that. So just kind of pay attention. So you only need 2 more stars. You only need like 20 minutes more watching. Let's paint. Let's figure out. I'm going to get out the colors from this set. I'm not going to open this one, but I'm going to open up. Also, I know that Friday has a lot of our international followers, so I'm just going to ask, there's a caveat, if you do win the paint set and you do live outside the US, I'm going to ask that you help me pay for the shipping. It's just a little, you know, something that you do to help the stream. Plus, you get a $30 paint set, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay? And we're going to get out the paints. Oh, you know what? Be right back. I'm going to get, these are part of the fantasy and games line, not the scale color, so they are not as flat, which is really nice for like fantasy, well, for fantasy games and for also for gaming models, because they are a little bit more durable, a little bit more easy to blend. Hey, Lamunis, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, try just doing one, Leah. If you just have 1 or 2, check to see how many points you do, exclamation point points. And if you don't have enough, sometimes if you just do exclamation point tickets 1 or exclamation point tickets 2, you might have enough. How can you remove your tickets if you don't have any more money for a while? Packaging, if you win, we'll go ahead and we'll do a repick. How's that? That way, if somebody wins and they can't do the shipping, and because they live outside the US, just let me know and I'll do a repick. It's not a big deal. Bye, Psycho Geek. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. Hopefully you'll get to see us again. Alrighty, I'm going to show you guys this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is the entire Fantasy and Games line. If you are interested in, if you live in the US or in Canada, I think that's probably your best bet, or Mexico, any of these sets, you can go to Scale75 US, and you can use my coupon code, which is Shoshi Rocks. It's all caps, Shoshi Rocks, no space, and you can get a discount, 10% off. Anyway, so all of these small boxes, these little sets that I'm been giving away, all of these, they're already in the big sets. So this is the full set of the Fantasy and Games set, and then I'll show you the scale color set here in a second. Don't drop all these paints. That would be a nightmare. So this right here is the full scale color set, plus some of the, I don't have the red one in here, but this is, they have 8 of the intensity inks. That's separate. But pretty much all the rest of this is the scale color set. So I'm just showing you those so you can see if you plan to get into Scale75, I recommend getting one of these rather than just collecting all the little boxes, because these smaller sets do sometimes duplicate once in a while, but they also you can get all of them if you get the full set, and it works out to be a little better price per bottle with the bigger set. I don't know, I guess maybe they discount it so that, you know, to make it a selling point. Yeah, the tray comes with it. That's one thing that's awesome about those big sets, is the tray comes with it, so you automatically have something to hold your paints with. Yeah. Bye, packaging. Does the discount code work in the UN or in the UK? Unfortunately, no. I mean, it works, but you're going to be shipping from the US, and I don't think it would be worth it. You should probably just get your paints from the regular Scale75 site, or I think PK Pro might also distribute for scale 75, I think. The full set. Oh man, you're asking me all the hard questions. I didn't come prepared. I mean, you can check on their website. I think it's like, yeah, 195. Thank you, Strokes of Chaos. I'm gonna give you 5 points. I think I can try to give you 5 points. Let me see if I can do that. Exclamation point. Rah. Let's try this. This is the first time I've ever done this. Yeah, I did it. I just gave him 5 points. I'm so excited. I'm so happy for myself. Yeah, the coupon, technically, it's to anyone can use it, but it's really probably not worth it because it's not gonna, the difference is not gonna be save you enough to cover that shipping from the US, because everything ships from Scale 75 US. It doesn't ship from Spain. So, now that being said, one of my goals is to get to know Scale 75, the company, better, and maybe even take a trip to Spain to get to know them better, and eventually get sponsorship of the European scale as well, because I already have a good working relationship with the Scale 75 US, and so we're hoping. Alright, let's back to up. Ooh, yeah. Alright, I'm going to set this right over here. Let's see. Let's get out the paint colors. Got Crimson Blood Fist. Well, Blood Fist Crimson. Okay. And it's a great color. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, it's really red. I see it. Here it is. Bloodfest Crimson. I think we're going to use that. We're going to use a little Resurrection Flesh and a little Harvester Flesh. We might even use a little Misfits Green. Let's see. So you guys are going to get basically a demo of this flesh set. Resurrection Flesh right there. Get Harvester Flesh right there. If you ever want to, and you'll be able to see how I do red skin tones. To Brazil, it's much cheaper to buy from Spain than the US. I'm not surprised. Different countries have different trade deals, and so, you know, maybe the US doesn't have a good trade deal with Brazil. You know, it's what we got kind of have to deal with the global market. Also, if you ask me a question or you want to get my attention, specifically put at Shoshi's Minis so that I make sure that I see it. It bolds it for me and I'm able to see your question much better. There's Moonray Flesh, and then we're going to use Undead Flesh as one of our bases as well. If I find it. Here it is. And it looks like it needs, no, that's Hellbound. Hellbound is a little, so you can see it's a little bit more blue, light blue, greenish. Here it is. And you can see from the top of this, it needs to be shaken. Each one of these, you can buy these directly from Scale 75, or I just got some on Amazon as well. Make sure that they are stainless steel or you'll rust all your paints. And I've even been testing these to make sure that they're okay I put them in a little glass of water to see if they would rust. But you put one of these big ones are from Scale 75, the little ones are from Amazon. Put them in your paint, shake them up. Alright, we're going to use a little purple too. Little Brain Eater. Where is it? There, nope, that's not it. I just had it in my hand. Maybe I put it down. Nope. It's the Nepharite, the brush guy. Here we go. We're going to do some Undead Flesh. I hope that you don't have a preference on his skin. because we're going to be using the Unnatural Flesh paint set that we're giving away to do our demo. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shake up this Undead Flesh. This is SFG 13, Fantasy Games 13. Shake, shake, shake. Brazil and US trade don't get along. Oh. Did they rust? They did not rust. Not the ones that I got from Scale75. Borking Bjorn, thank you so much for following. Welcome. I love your name, Borking Bjorn. It must be from Sweden. Is that true? Bork. Go Broncos. Are you a Bronco fan, Diving Archaeology? Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of this undead flesh, undead. I'm gonna use my cheapo Junkie Brush Craft Smart. I got from Michael's. I got like a pack of 10 of these because I'm just base coating. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna just give this whole leg a little brush down. You're in trade compliance, and anytime you get an email about stuff caught in Brazil Customs, you just groan, oh, that's really cool that you're in trade compliance. Yay, that fascinates me, and I'd love to talk shop with you one day, just about like what gets in trouble, you know, what's a safe descents, because I'm sending basing materials sometimes that I have to be really careful about. Like Australia is so picky about any kind of like natural plant products, so I have to be real careful to either like varnish the heck out of it. See how beautiful that goes over this Venesil priming? If the dark part's already kind of dark and the light part stays nice and light. Yeah, let's go Raiders. Hey, I have no problems with the Raiders, and in fact I have a deal with some of my Raiders and my Steelers fans, and my deal is this: I will root for your team as long as you don't boo my team, and we can both boo the Patriots. That's my little rule. I don't know, I'm not a Patriots fan, sorry to you Patriots fans, but they're like, I'll root for any team except them. They're my nemesis. Australia's really bad. You have to bend over backwards to get stuff there. Yeah, they are. They're really tough. It also takes forever to get stuff. Best rule ever. Nice. Uh-oh. Ned Ghost Rider, are you a Patriots fan? I hope I didn't alienate you now. You like me even more now? It's funny, but part of the reason why I'm a Broncos fan and I wear this Broncos hat, or I have Broncos shirts too, is I was raised in Colorado. Well, I wasn't raised in Colorado my whole life, but I was born in Colorado. I'm a 4th or 5th generation Colorado native, and my dad was a very, very big Broncos fan, and we used to watch it together and stuff, and he passed last year, and so it's kind of like my little memorial from my dad, you know, the Broncos. I always remember that. So need to commission a Brady custom bust. Sure, I will happy to be painting the Brady bust for you. Like my laugh. Hey Chaos Angel, how's it going? Painting a Nepharite. His name is Nepharite from Algeroth. Getting all of his little green base. We're kind of using a similar, what do you call it? Similar technique as my olive. So if you've ever seen my olive skin tones, but this is our unnatural olive, right? This is more of a undead looking olive. I don't know if this is going to work exactly. We're going to put some darker greens in here as well. So this big brush is pretty nice, and I'm noticing it really does a good job at smoothing the paint on quickly with very few brush strokes. So something to think about when you're doing base coating is don't use your fancy, you know, Windsors on those. Just get your cheap brushes and base coat with those. Save some money. You can do it fast. These are bigger brushes. Save time, especially if you're a commission painter. Save time. Use bigger brushes. Especially when you're base coating skin, it's the first thing you're going to paint. So if you mess up anywhere else, you're going to be going over it later. So, alright, so that's that. Now let's go with our green. Let me get that other green out. So that was our first color, Undead Flesh. And the next color is Misfits Green, which is a dark green. I'm gonna put this. That's the thing about so the Fantasy and Games series is a little thinner. I don't know if you noticed, but it doesn't come out in a big like blob. It comes out in a little puddle because they're a lot thinner. They go through the airbrush a lot better. You don't need to shake them nearly as much. See that? That's nice. We're just going to use a tiny amount of that green. In fact, we might even mix some of this, because the only place we're putting this dark green is in the deepest recesses. Not much of it, actually. So we're going to get, and this is a very blue green. So once we go and put that red over it, you're probably thinking, what is she doing? She's using green as her base for her red. Well, you will see. It's gonna make a difference. It's gonna look amazing. I hope. My hope. We can fix it if we can't. If it doesn't look amazing, pretty sure it will look good. I'm putting all the shadow in there. You know it will work. You are. Thanks, Lady Phoenix UK. I'm pretty confident. I have a feeling. I'm pretty good with skin. And I know that here's the thing with the thin as we paint, if you thin your paints, even if it doesn't work out, we'll be able to fix it because the paint is thin. We're just going into all of the little creases and crevices. Whoa, Bud King 7 months. Thank you. Aw, 7 months of affiliated to partnered soon. Wow, thank you so much. Yes, I really do hope that we make it to partner. And I don't doubt that some of you guys will be the first to subscribe once I make partner. One of my goals when I do make partner, and we're saying when, we're trying to be positive, we're not going to say if, we're saying when. When I make it to partner, we're going to try to get some very snazzy emotes for you guys. And anybody who's subscribing at the $24.99 or $4.99 level will get more than one emote. That's one of the big reasons for getting partnership. Alright, just that alone, he's starting to get some depth to him. Green will give it more depth than the red. Underneath all the hollows, little cleft in his chin. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me a little bit of Darkness from Legend with Tim Curry. Tim Curry is a legend. One of my favorite actors. Right, we're getting all the little dark spots here. Underneath his nose there's a shadow. Underneath his, like, he's got these little cheek wrinkles. What does partnership do? So partnership, when you partner with Twitch, I think you get a faster payout when you get, you know, your subscriptions paid out. So instead of waiting 90 days, you get, I think it's like only 30. You also get the chance to be able to have merchandise. I think you can have Twitch merchandise, and you can also have lots of emotes. Let's show everybody. Fantastic movie. I love it. Yeah. So I'm going to show you this. I have a subscription, basically a $24.99 subscription to Flickster. And I'm going to show you. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 24 emotes that he can use at any time for just the $4.99 subscribers. I'm gonna click some of these so you guys can see, and it really makes chat fun. Look at that. Yeah, Bug King just did my emotes. I have the star, the heart, and the cat hair, and when you're an affiliate, you only get 3. Yeah. Thank you, Bug King. Mini Peter Ink. Monkey heart. I love it. What else do you get with partnership? Trying to think. I don't know for sure, but maybe they bump you up a little bit higher in the queue as far as like for people being able to see you a little better. They give you a little priority for being able to be seen, so more people will be able to find us and come and chat with us. So that's also that's also positive. I would say so I got a designer. I did not make them myself. I am not a graphic designer by any stretch. So I got an animator designer for my emotes and my animations, and I found her on Facebook. She's amazing. She lives I think she lives in Singapore. Yeah. Okay. So Proto Maker says partners receive a full range of perks. Looks like he cut and pasted this, including to generate additional revenue for your channel via monthly subscriptions. Create a custom subscriber-only badge for your channel. Oh, that'd be cool. Create custom subscriber emotes that can be used site-wide. Lock the chat on your channel so subscribers only. Exclude subscribers from slow mode, which is kind of cool. Access to your broadcast. Restrict access to video quality. Turn ad viewing off or leave it on for your subscribers. Well, that sounds pretty pimp. So one of the things we're going to be doing this year is we're doing the Coddle Ruddick bust paint along. So that is something so having the slow mode off and stuff like that is going to be really helpful for subscribers to be able to paint along like almost directly as we go with that. Alright, I've got this is my blood vest. And look at this, it does look like blood. It's very purpley, it's got a lot of blue in it. The bot is still talking about the guild ball. I don't know why, and I don't know how to reset it, Emberdun, because I don't think I have it anywhere else in the bot. Let me go check. God, I'm so sorry. I see what you mean now about the guild ball. So I'm going to reset it. I'm going to reopen a new raffle so you'll be able to get your tickets again. I don't think it spent any of your tickets on this because it doesn't look like the raffle's actually open. So give me a second. Hey, Dizzard, thank you so much for following and watching. Yay, thank you so much, Voodoo Child. Proto Maker is awesome. Let me go check this guild ball thing. That's not actually what we're giving away, Dizzard. We're giving away an Unnatural Flesh paint set. So these are all the paints that come with it. There's 8 paints. I'll let you guys look at that. Well, look at the beautiful art. Here, there's the paints. I'm gonna fix this guild ball thing. Okay, I hope that fixed it. Let me know if you guys see the guild ball thing again. I think I resent it. Yeah, they do look awesome. So it's I think that the raffle is currently open. Let me know if it changed it to from guild ball to the yeah, I don't know if you have to re-enter just yet. Let me take a look. We might have to gift everybody like 30 tickets or 30 points in order to... We could do that, actually. We can actually do that. I'm waiting for the bot to tell us if it says Unnatural Flesh set now. Wouldn't that be nice if I didn't have to reopen the raffle? Okay. Garfy Twitch, thank you so much for following. I hope this is Garfy from England that I know. Garfy's a big Star Wars fan. The Garfy that I know is a big Star Wars fan, and he's also a really good painter. Yay! It says 22 entries, okay. I think that's right. Okay, well hopefully this will work. Don't have enough gold stars. If you just started, you just gotta watch some more. I think in order to get 10 tickets you have to watch for 1 hour. So there's plenty of time to get a ticket. Yeah. Alright. Lilybo, what's the matter? You didn't have enough? So, Lilybo, try, if you're a new follower, you won't have enough tickets to enter until towards the end of the show. So you just have to watch until then. But, that's to really kind of, my regulars have been here for a long time, so they get a little bit priority. Yeah, you can buy up to. That means you can buy 1 ticket. If you have 1 ticket, you can buy it. This works. I'm still waiting on the bot to tell us if it's going to say guild ball or not. Meanwhile, I'm going over his skin again with the red. I'm going to let some of that green show through on his knee first, and we'll see if that works. Raffles capped at 3, correct. You can get up to 3 tickets. That way, because we're going to be doing raffles throughout January. I have more paint. I have more miniatures. I have a lot of stuff, guys. And what that means is you don't want to use all your tickets. You don't want to blow all your tickets. You think you saw it say flesh set. Okay, yay. That makes me happy. So, okay, so do you guys see how that green shines through underneath? I don't quite like that, so we're gonna just paint all the red over it. Okay, I don't think it needed the green after all. That's okay, we will work on it. It does have red skin though. You've been hoping? Okay, so Bug King, if you end up liking this, like I said, if you like this set and you like it enough that you think you want to get more, I recommend getting the big full set of Scale75, because you're going to end up saving a lot more per bottle than buying them individuals or buying the individual boxes. Ah, Johnny Utah 14, thank you so much for the subscribe. Now you can use the Shoshi heart and the Shoshi star. Thank you. Awesome. I don't think I've seen your name too much, Johnny, so that is a double thank you. You know, if you're new to the stream, I really appreciate the subscribe. Does the big kit include the metallics? Actually, no, it doesn't include the metallics. You gotta buy those separate. Those are worth buying separately. Yay! The Kryl, is that right? Chiral. Wait. Yeah, the Chiral. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. So now you can use the star emote. I really appreciate all of the subscriptions. You know, those of you who are new to Twitch, you can use if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon account to Twitch and you can subscribe with Twitch Prime. It also gives you a bunch of other like little benefits and things. If you like to game and stuff, you can get some codes and things. Twitch likes to give those little bennies. Okay, so over here, that green actually worked pretty well as a lighter color. It gives them sort of a pasty look though. Let me get that in there. How do the metallics compare with, oh wait, let me just tell you. Thank you, Driving Archaeology. The metallics, let me go, I have to show you because I will show you the difference. We've got a couple different metallics to show you. Doop-a-doo, where's my Reaper? Okay. So this is Scale75 speed metal. It's very, very shiny. This is their heavy metal. This is more like, okay. So this is these are probably pretty similar. This is gunmetal by Game Color. And I'm just going to swatch these for you like a makeup show. Look at that. Now, if you look at that, if you look with the naked eye, you can see quite a bit of the mica in there. It's still good. Game Color is very good. But I want to show you. This is the heavy metal by Scale Color. You got to shake it. Must not make hair metal joke. Subtrain. Do we get a subtrain? What'd I miss? Pixie Lou, hey! Thank you so much. I did miss. Subtrain, thank you. I was very distracted, so somebody's gonna have to tell me who just, oh, it's Subtrain, not Post-Train. Subtrain. I like that too. Heavy metal. Here is the heavy metal. Can you guys see the difference? Can you see the difference on camera? This is literally like liquid metal here. Isn't that nice? Okay, now I want to show you one more metal. Where is it? Let's see. Aha! Model Color. Model Color is probably my second favorite metal. Next to Scale75. I think it's really good. Oh, this is Reaper. Let me show you Reaper. Hey, Nanalise, good to see you. This is I don't even know what color it is because it's all like. But here's the Reaper. It's a highly pigmented or not highly pigmented. It's a silver, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't quite, it's really bright. Now, I'm trying to find, here we go. This is speed metal, which is probably similar to this one. Let me show you the speed metal next to the Reaper. You see? You can't see the little pieces of mica. The Scale75 dropper bottles need to have a pin to open them. Yes. And a big part of that is because they ship internationally. And that way... Okay. This is Game Air Silver. And it's probably somewhere in between these two. But it's good. It's probably really similar. The Game Air brand is real similar to your Scale75. So I use those and I like my Scale75s probably. And then Reaper comes next. And then I think that Citadel's golds are really nice. Alright. that was my demo of my metals. That was a small demo. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I've got a gold. This is a golden scale color. And this one is Victorian brass. Look at that. I mean, that looks really smooth. You don't have to shake it very much. And let me see, I've got an example. This is Citadel Gehenna's Gold, which is probably really similar in color. Here's the Gehenna. Oh, that's way red. Why is that so red? Because it needs shaking. It does have really fine metal pigments. There we go. That's much better. Shaken. Shaken, not stirred. Okay. Gehenna's Gold has a lot more red in it, so if we put a little bit of red in this, there we go. Look at that. You can color your metals because the pigment's so fine it stays metallic. But you can sort of get a Gehenna's Gold out of that a little bit. Yeah, check them out. And if you go to Adepticon, ask him if you can use my Shoshi Rocks code and get 10% off. I might actually be there. I'm going to be working for Scale75 at least one day. I'll be in their booth painting, so you can come by and see me. Come by and get some Scale75. Alright, we're going back to painting now. Hey! Jace Zodley, how are you? I think I got your name right again. Very close anyway. You've had decent luck running the Scale75 copies through an airbrush, which is something... Yeah, that is true. So that is something that's of note. I don't usually put metallics through airbrush at all because I'm scared. The pigments will gunk up your airbrush, but apparently the pigments are so fine with Scale, they go nice through an airbrush. And if Rainer says so, then I believe it, because he is more of an airbrush guy than me. Okay, check gold stars by doing exclamation point points, I believe. I think that's how you can check, or gold stars, exclamation point stars. Yeah, exclamation point stars, that's it. That's indeed something. You've only ever run Testers Model Masters buffing metals through airbrush. They're designed for airbrushing. Ah. So, like I said, these fantasies, see how thin they already are? When you put a little water on them, they almost get like too thin. They are meant for gaming models, so, but what's nice is they're very compatible with the Scale color paints. When I was at Julio Cabos' class, we used both of them very much intermittently for different things he used. And he would mix them together too to get different effects and different surfaces as well. Okay. A little bit of water. I watched Black Mirror yesterday, and it was so good. I guess it's one of those shows you can't talk about at all without spoiling. I think but each episode is different from each one. You don't need to watch them in order because they're not really, there's no like overarching arc or anything. But I watched the Star Trek one, which was really good. I don't think that's spoiling, is it? Thank you for gifting, Protomaker. That's nice. Mike is my lovely husband, and sometimes he will gift people that are low on points because it would definitely be rigged for him to win. Covering all the green, all the lovely green. Now, because this is a little bit satin, it goes really well with P3s and really well with game color. And it also, like I said, it goes well with the other colors as well. So it goes with the other Scale 75 colors. I'm just going to paint the inside of his mouth, and we'll get the tongue. We'll get that later. We'll get that tongue. We'll brighten that up later. I'll make sure to get all kinds of coverage all over his head. That's the most important part. My cat is sneezing. You guys hear that? He's standing on Mike's computer and he's sneezing because he has a cold. Aw, poor baby. Cat sneeze. Right, and I'm messing here because I know I'm going to come back and cover all this later. Right. Got almost everything covered now. Hey, it says the Unnatural Flesh set now. Yay. Good. We updated it and nobody had to redo anything. That makes me happy. Are you guys excited? Somebody's gonna win a paint set? Let's see. Alright. Now for the highlighting. I'm going to start with Resurrection Flesh for highlighting it. Hoping this works. Because what you do is don't highlight reds. Don't highlight reds with white because you'll just get like a pink look. We still might get a pink look, but at least I'm going to mix a little bit. We're going to be wet blending just a tiny bit in here. There we go. Okay. That's what I wanted. I want a little bit of this, about 50-50, to be able to transition. Otherwise, it's going to get chalky on us fast. Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. Holds the red look. So we're painting dark to light on this guy. At least on the skin. Now that looks exactly how I want it to look. How pretty is that? Hey, Sniper Bob! Sniper Bob, we're giving away the Unnatural Flesh set from Scale 75. And painting, what is his name again? Nepharite of Algeroth from Protos Games. He's pretty cool. So join the. We're using the Scale 75 Flesh set to paint him even. So not only do you get the set if you win, you get basically a demo of how I'm using some of the paints in it, which is even better. See that? It doesn't take much to highlight his skin. And if you make the highlights small, it makes the skin actually look more red and more. Just love it. Skin is my jam. It's one of my favorite things to paint. Yeah, so the real brush guy, that's mein Freund aus Deutschland. He's my friend from Germany, and we're doing a painting exchange, and this is going to be his mini because he painted the Order Knight. He painted it with non-metallic metal from Kingdom Death for me. Give a little bit more. I like this leg is coming forward, so we want to give it a little bit more highlights. I'm noticing my brush is splitting a little bit, so I might switch brushes here. Oh, I want to let everybody know, anyone who got in on the Algeroth bust group order, I did go ahead and place that order. He needs about 2 weeks to get that together, and then he'll let me know as soon as he ships. So I'm really excited because everybody that went through really smooth. About everybody who contacted me paid up right away, and so we've got it on order. It's gonna be awesome. Oh no, Steve, you gotta leave. Disaster at the office. Okay, you're the cleanup guy. You better go. Come back and see us. Yes. Oh, you know what? It's way off camera. What's going on? Let me know when I get off camera. Hey, Void72. Butthead, the viewership for partners is going really well. Genuine, thank you so much for the host. Everyone, Genuine is also my partner in crime, who is also working for partnership. So give him a follow if you get a chance. If you're in his time zone and in his schedule, watch him. He's also doing the same thing I am doing. And we people on Twitch need to help each other out. So yeah, the last big stream I had was on Wednesday, and it was huge. We ended up going for an extra hour because Slow Fuse Gaming dropped an enormous host on me, and then right after that, Fancy Unicorn hosted me. So because of that, we had to go for another hour. You can't quit when you've got that many people in your chat. That would kill my average. So we went for another hour. By the end of the stream, we had a really nice, like an 84 people average, which bumped the entire monthly average up to 75%. We were 75% toward our goal, which is fantastic. Every December stream that falls off, hopefully we can replace it with a bigger stream from this month, and that will give us closer and closer to our goal of partnership. Yeah. Rainer, do not troll Genuine in my stream. Rainer is also, I should mention him, Rainer is also one of my fellow Path to Partnership people that is going for partner. So give Rainer a follow as well. He is equally deserving. Okay. I want you to see what I'm going to do here. His face is actually incredibly detailed. So in order to pick those details out, we need to slow down and work on them carefully. I was amazed. He's got a lot of beautiful features. I'm going to pick that out with the Resurrection Flesh. And you can see that even though Resurrection Flesh is more peach, when it's against this red, it still reads as red, and that's exactly what I want. He looks like he's in a hairband. He's like, yeah! No, metal band. So one other thing I need to get out, and I don't know if it's still on my desk or not. Like I said, I moved everything around, and the chaos that was my desk is now even more chaotic because I cleaned it. Has that ever happened to you guys? You've got this organized chaos? This is drying retarder, and I'm going to put some of this into my palette to smooth out my blends when I need it. I'm going to dip my brush in it a little bit in my, and this will help me as I'm picking out all the little details. It's going to be much more smooth. The smaller the brush you use, sometimes the quicker it'll dry on your brush. Intensity's arrived. Yes, they taste better than Scale75. Don't drink your paints. So bad. Genuine's being naughty for drinking paint. Hey, Nixon Minis. Welcome. Okay. So, I'm gonna take my glasses off because I want him to look really nice. Because he's a gift. I want him to look super duper. I'm gonna get all these little forehead wrinkles. He has a lot of forehead wrinkles. And the most light is hitting the top of his head, so it's going to be highlighted the most. Here we got his tongue back. See a little wet blending. See what I did there? I put the lighter color down, and then I'm going to wet blend the darker color right over the top. Bit more light. No. Alright, when I get my glasses back on, I'm going to look at chat. Put them back on now. Floral note at the end is sublime. Yes. Thank you for the glasses off, Sniper Bob. That's funny. You are late, but you're glad to catch the stream again. Yeah, thank you. Is it 2 Ion Engine? I don't care if you're late. You're here. It's awesome. All you missed was me talking about the miniature itself and the paint set that we're using to paint it, which is the Unnatural Flesh set. We're going to use some other paints from other Scale75 kits, but the Unnatural Flesh set is the primary one we're using because that's the giveaway for today. And I'm trying to make you guys jealous. Are you jealous? And don't forget, if you don't win the set and you still really want it, you can go to Scale75 US, use Shoshi Rocks and get 10%. Shoshi Rocks, all one word, all caps, and get 10% off. Alright. Which, if you live in the US, that's a pretty good deal. Obviously, if you live in Europe, you probably want to just go to the Spanish site, the European site. And that my code won't work on their site, unfortunately. It's only for Scale75 US. I'm not trying to be elitist or anything, but I only have Scale75 US sponsorship at this point. Yeah, Spudhead. Okay, the next color. So first we used a little bit of the Bloodfest Crimson, and I would say don't even bother with the green because I don't think that really worked for me. I guess it worked okay. Who knows what it did to my paints. But Bloodfest Crimson, then Harvester Flesh, and now, then Resurrection Flesh, and now we're going to use Harvester Flesh. Hey, howdy. Oop, I just put it right into my drying retarder, dang it. Need to shake it a little bit more. You can see the medium. These things mix a lot easier though, so see that? Much better. Alright, let's attempt to do very small highlights with this. This is that little ding that the skin is going to make because it's dark. Dark skin actually is way more reflective than light skin. So it has highlights. It has very high highlights and very small highlights. Google dark skin and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So when you go to paint, keep that in mind, that dark skin, even though it's dark, still has highlights. It has very small ones. Very bright small ones. I'm teaching 3 classes at Gen Con Gen Con. I haven't signed up yet, but I'm going to. I need to, their event submission open this week, and I need to go ahead and submit. But I plan on it. I'm hoping to teach at least my 3 classes that I'm teaching at Adepticon there. So, display basing, a basics class. Look at that. That looks so happy with that. Display basing, basics class, and what else? Oh, an intermediate skin tones class, which that would be awesome. Could even teach this with the Unnatural. Ooh, I could teach a whole Unnatural flesh class. Sometimes people want that even more than regular flesh because Unnatural flesh can be really tricky. My drying retarder should have gone into the Blood Fresh Crimson. It was the first color that I put down. Yeah. So with these 2 flesh colors, if you get too much highlight, you can always knock it down with the base coat. There we go. It's all muscly. Okay, so we have the basic highlights. We have the first highlight. The secondary highlight is going to be a lot more specific. It's not going to be everywhere. It's going to be up here on the top of his eyebrows, on the top of his nose, a little bit on the nostrils. Cheekbones, absolutely cheekbones. It's like almost in a T on his head. Like this. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see this better. Again, because I want it to look super nice. Okay, he's almost got like bony eyebrows. That's my inner monologue with his face. Hand glaze a little bit back over that brightest highlight. So, yeah. Good. See what a glaze on his face does. Ooh, it looks nice. Right, this is the flesh again. Each one of these muscles is almost like a separate piece, so each one gets its own small highlight. Go. I like it. Alright, I'm almost ready to put my glasses back on. I'll see you guys. Alright. Glasses on. Bizarre also, not only does he paint, but he also sculpts. And he's really a very talented sculptor. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure you sent it, but Rizar and I are doing a collaboration piece together. He sculpted a mini and he's sending it to me to paint on stream, which I'm super excited about. I really like encouraging people when I spot, you know, talent. Sweet heavens, that's a blessed cup of coffee. Blessed. Dan, send some to me. Is it Korean coffee or is it Irish coffee? Yay, it's on the way. Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna let him sit for a little bit. What color do you guys think I should make his horns? It looks like they're all red in all the art, but I don't want to make them red. I want them to stand out. Why don't we use the Moonray Flesh and see if we can't make a bone color? Moonray Flesh is another Scale 75 from the Unnatural set. It is an ivory-esque color. I already got it out. Where is it? Here it is. It's very peachy. It is definitely a flesh color. So it's gonna look, I think it'll look okay. Yeah. Woohoo! Korean coffee, lol. You don't wish Korean coffee on your worst enemy. Get your ticket, Sniper Bob. Thank you so much, Sniper Bob. That is awesome. Yay! I love this little animation of her. She's like jumping up and down with her tips. Yay! That's me. I want to show you guys something with this. So, if you did not know this, sometimes when you mix some colors, you can get other colors. Well, I'm sure you knew that. But did you know red and green sometimes make brown? If you mix the right. I'm going to see what color these two make. And see what color brown they make. If they make brown. Yes. Oh, that's lush. It's a very reddish brown. Ooh, ooh. No. That is a beautiful, beautiful deep purple. Ah. Okay, we've discovered another color. Let's put a tiny bit more green in it and see if it starts turning brown. It's because there's so much blue. There's so much blue in this green. That is why it turned purple. You got to think about what the color base colors are made of. All right, this is. Ooh, that's almost. Now that's a very dark umber. That's a burnt umber color. We're gonna use that. This is just with the Unnatural Flesh. We're gonna poke this in all the little recesses and all the little shadows. Have this be our separation liner color. You know what I mean? Alright, did somebody ask me a question earlier? Let's see. Agitator. Somebody said... Oh, I missed it. You drop agitators in your Scale 75s. Oh, could be your imagination. But they seem to need more shaking than the others. They do. But not the scale, not the fantasy and game set. They don't need as much as the scale color. But yes, they're very thick paints. It's because they have so much pigment in them. The size ball bearings. So the ones I got on Amazon that were super cheap they got 100 3x16" stainless steel. Make sure that they're stainless steel. They're a little bit smaller than the ball bearings from Scale 75 that you can buy from them directly. They're almost half as big. I think the big ones are a little easier to use, honestly, because I think they shake the paint a little better. Since we are talking so much, I'm going to put a tiny bit of drying retarder into this paint because I want this to act like a liner. Look at that beautiful color. It's so dark. It's not a black because it's got lots of color in it, obviously. We're going to align everything. Bondic is life. I said barbarian, not Bondic, but now I said Bondic. Right, anywhere there's a separation, I'm going to do a little heavy line underneath it. It's like a drop shadow. That's how you got to think of it. I think that's a piece of flash. I don't know. Can't tell. We're going to put this in between all of the fabrics that are separate from each other. I did write to the guy who owns the Bondic company, and I did say, hey, talk about your product all the time, and you know, I understand if you don't like sponsors people, but if you want to sponsor, it would be awesome. My followers would love it. I don't care if they officially sponsor me or not, because I just love it. I can't say enough good things, and sometimes I'll sponsor them. Why not, right? Bondic, sponsored by Shoshi. You know, a bit full of myself, huh? Underneath this little frosty thingy, whatever this is. He's got horns growing out of his armor. Scarfy Twitch, thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are having fun watching this too. Whoa, big cheer. Thank you, Memnor. Thank you so much. I love watching all the little pieces fall into the cup. See if them drop. Gonna do it. There they go. And they're spilling out of the cup because there's so many. Thank you, Memnor. The cup overfloweth. So giving some heavy drop shadow here. Not any shadow too much on the top, because we really want to create this illusion of depth, and if you put a shadow on the top, you're not going to get it as easily. Now you got to be careful with these drop shadow lines. Sometimes if you put them on too thick and then you don't come back in and paint them halfway out, it could look a little cartoony on you. So we will be watching that. We'll be making sure we're not getting too cartoony. Now that I put that drying retarder in there, hopefully so where I had the zenithal priming, I'm going in here and I'm painting in the areas that look like they're gonna have dark shadows already, giving it dark contrast. Oop, did I get it on his face? Get a little bit of that. Ooh, and no one on his tongue. Nice thing about the drying retarder is if you do get, make a mistake, you can get it off pretty quick if you've already have drying retarder on your brush. Looking wicked. Yes. Genuine needs you guys to follow him, and you need to watch his stream. He's better. I think he's better at non-metallic metal and at gritty, dirty, dark things than I am. I have kind of a light-hearted approach, and it comes through in my art. So there we go. I'm gonna put some dark. Make some of him dark here, right under his cheekbones. Give him a little contouring, as we say in the makeup world. He looks wicked. Okay, all this back there. There's lots of spots, but this dark color, you can just put this dark color in there as a shadow, and it's great because it's made with the colors he's already got. When you use limited palettes, color always looks so nice. What I try to do when I use a limited palette, I'll use the same colors for this, like basically these 8 colors. I'm going to try to paint this entire guy with just these 8 colors and maybe some white. That might be it. We might add some white. But you'll see, maybe, I don't know if we can get non-metallic. We might not be able to get the metallics out of it, but we can paint the rest of them with just these colors. Anywhere there's a dark shadow, a heavy drop shadow, we're going to accentuate it with this lovely color we've made, green and red. All under there. Alright, anybody have any questions so far? Any answers? What? The Bug King. My bits cup is too full. He just blasted my bits cup. Hype. Hype for Bug King. I'm going to give you some emotes. I want to watch this explosion of bits. Look at, there goes. Whoosh. Nice. Thank you so much, Bug King. That's so kind. Yeah, Super Snake with the stars. Nice. How to create it with the stars. I love it. You guys are awesome. Type in. Look at that. I'm going back in here with all of my dark. I'm just going to paint all of this shadowed. It's almost like it's black. So what's nice about this color is that it is... Aw, thanks Howdy. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you could make it for a little bit. If you win, we'll let you know. That's the nice thing about this raffle, is that I don't think you have to be present to win. I don't think. Once you entered, you're entered. Go ahead and paint that whole boot with this black, this red, green, black color I made. I get to decide it? Oh, I didn't know. Well, that's a good point. Well, we'll see. We'll see if somebody wins who's not here. We'll see if we decide to let them win. I like to let my regulars win for sure. If they enter and they can't make it for the whole stream, I want them to win. Bot doesn't check to see if the individual is in chat or not, so I get to decide. Okay. Have I used Andrea? How do they match? I have, honestly, I don't think I have used Andrea. I think they are a little bit more expensive than some of the other paints that I use, so I haven't used them yet. I also don't have any easy access to them. I would have to order them online or make a trip somewhere to get them, because they're not going to be found. I'm not going to be able to get them in my town at all. So happy with how he's turning. Let's put his weapon on and see how he's looking. I think we need to make his gloves this black color too. What do you guys think? Do that. Let's make his gloves black. Oh, some people say you have to be present. Well, I can see that. It makes sense. It makes it easier to track down the person too. So one time I had somebody enter a raffle and they won, and I whispered them and they never contacted me. So I just recently gave their prize away, because you can only wait so many months for them to contact you. And so yeah, that looks awesome. I love that color. Like it looks almost like nightshade purple. Maybe it could be a cheap nightshade purple. If you didn't have it, you could use this instead. Usually if you need to be present, they'll do a keyword. Ah, okay. Yeah, so this one I would say you don't need to be present. It's not a keyword raffle. This one is a tickets raffle. A lot of people who would just show up and then take off are not even here, or would not even stick around. So, alright, fingers. And what the heck? I'm gonna go ahead and paint. I probably should use my cruddy brush. Hang on a second. Which ball bearings did I get? I got two different kinds, Snapper Bob. I got the kind that Scale75 sells. They sell them directly on their website. And I got some from Amazon. It says mixing agitator balls, 100 at 3/16 of an inch. I think that's the size they are. There we go. That's much faster. You know me, I am all about the speed painting. Cannot wait to have things painted. You get disconnected at times as you're at work and the lead walls tend to cause some issues. Oh, yeah. I would imagine that they might not be digging you watching Twitch at work. Is that possible? Stay with what worked if it turns out to be an issue. Lots of winners that are not or not already. So far, the majority of the winners of my stuff have just happened to have been regulars, which I think is awesome, because it's some people who are always in my streams, and I love that when that happens. And that's not by design or choice or anything. That's just how the bot chooses it. Okay, so these are drying nice. Seeing that really dark black base coat on the arms. Yeah, Slow Fuse does have them. They're small, and they are good. I have bought those as well. I like the stainless steel because they're a little heavier, and so this, let's see, let me see if I can show you. So this is the size of the stainless steel ball I got on Amazon. And I think that Slow Fuse's glass beads are at least this size or a tiny bit smaller. Not much, but like a tiny. I think they're the same size as this. Oh no! Don't drop your ball bearings. And then let me show you the ones that I got from Scale75. Those are the ones that I like the most, because they're big. Don't make any cracks about. That one's much bigger and it's much heavier, and that's what you need for these paints, is that weight, because it will really. And I threw a couple of these in some Citadel paints for the metallics. It shook up those metallics so nice. You know how it's really hard to shake Citadel paints? Throw in one of those and it's just so much easier. Get the 316 grade or the marine grade stainless steel barring. If the steel is a higher iron content than 316, it can rust, and that is absolutely true. And one of the things I did to test is I put a couple of these in a little shallow water, so they're half in the water and half out, just to test to see if they would rust over time, and so far they've not, so I'm happy. But do what Bug King says and make sure that you watch that. Let's oh, you know what, this is drying out. We gotta get this before this dries out. We're gonna paint his head, his horns. This is the color. This is the Moonray Flesh. We're using the big brush because it's fast. Put it on all of his horns. Go. That's what I like about this Raffle holder, is I can rest my hand on this, I can turn this around, I don't have to touch anything, and keep the brush stable and just move the mini. And I'm much less likely to forget that, oh, I need to go paint this on the other side. That's right. Bugsing says another thing to keep in mind is that sometimes ball bearings still have the same machining medium on them. Wash them in detergent before you use them, because you don't want any oily residue in your paints. Ooh, that's a really good point. Have you ever had that happen, Bug King? Gotten oil inside your paints? I need to probably rinse mine off. I don't think I did. Your friend just puts the flashing from metal minis in. Some people put like sprue, but again, it doesn't have the weight. And again, some of those metal minis can, I don't know, depends on which ones they are, but some of those can rust. So because we base coated the horns with gray more than, well, we base coated with black and then did gray over it, taking a little longer to base coat. So I'm just using my big brush here, going over everything. Sometimes more than once. Cut up pewter models. Yeah, I don't think those will rust. Robert Shaker and Badger hand mixer have done you well. I don't have it down here, but I have it upstairs. A friend of mine made a paint shaker from a fishing knife, an electric fishing knife. So he cut off most of the blade, and he cut off, what did he do? Yeah, he cut off the blade and he put like a medicine bottle on the end of it, and it works really well. But it's just, I don't need another tool on my desk. You know what I mean? So I think the ball bearings are a little better for what I need. I'm a messy person, and the more I have on my desk, the more chaos I have on my desk. Right, he looks mad. He's like, who did my hair this way? Ah! I'm gonna put a tiny bit of this Moonray flesh on his cheekbones and eyes. I'm gonna do a little bit on his teeth. Hold on, I gotta take my glasses off. Looks good on his teeth, guys. You're probably wondering, why is she using a size 10 brush on tiny teeth? It has a good point. It has a good point. That was sort of a double fun type thing. Does look good. Now, I just went up really high highlights and contrast with that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my smaller brush out. I'm going to glaze it back down with the Resurrection Flesh and a little bit of glow drying retarder. See? And now some, oh, that's the dark color. I need the, there it is, Bloodfist Crimson on the palette. I still have my glasses off, so I'll check chat again in a second. I need the Bloodfist Crimson to make a thin glaze. It thins out really nice, so when I put the glaze on top, that lighter color is going to come through. See? Ooh, he's mad. Ooh, we had a follow or something. Do I have the ability to zoom in for a close-up? I can try. Let's see if I can hold that close, if that doesn't blur on you. Let me see. Wet Your Paints, thank you so much for the host. Thank you so much. I'm going to go grab my mouse so I can show you guys. Okay. Tell me if that's in focus. I'm off cam. Well, I was off cam because I left. There we go. Okay, let's see. It's a little bit blurry. Let me pull it down a little bit. How to focus. Fortunately, I don't know if I can focus it from my desk. Mike does that for when he's here. I'm trying. That was focused? Less better. Okay, let me try it again. This is hard. I'm looking at this from across the room. So, Sophia, can you come here? I'm going to have my daughter help me so you guys can see this. I want you to hold this about this close to the camera, right there. I'm going to focus it so they can see good. How's that, guys? That's better, isn't it? Can you go grab that mouse for me? And I can see that we're gonna need some more contrast. So yeah, thank you. Much better, and the face looks very good. Yeah. We're gonna give it a little bit more highlights up here. Is it blurry again? Yeah, actually, but you can't take the card. Okay, let's do... Ah, what happened? It was too runny. You took all your Citadel paints, thin them with the airbrush medium, and moved them into dropper bottles. That is a good idea. Wait a minute. Board Boy says... Oh, wait. Been watching for about the last 4 minutes and you placed the music. It's just like the background music they play on How It's Made. But actually I did have this custom made, so if he copied the How It's Made people, I'm gonna be mad. The guy who made my music lives in the UK. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Hi, Eon Engine. Wait. Way better. Good. Good. Yeah, inspired by... Yeah, it's very possible. I asked him for something with like a metal sound. And this is what he gave me. Okay, so I want you to see in painting faces, the highlights are very, very important. I'm gonna make sure they're not too high, or I'm gonna lose that red. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't like it. So, let's go back down. We're gonna pull all of that contrast. It's too high for me. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look uniform. It doesn't look nice to me. So I'm gonna go back a step down. I'm gonna mix red with the... There we go. That's better. That's better. Mucho bene. Molto bene. See, it was too white. It made it look weird. We want it unnatural. We don't want it to look weird. And give me a minute. I'm gonna look back at chat for you. That's so much better. Top of his head. Bit of red. A little bit of red for the top of his head. Alright, I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to mess it up. Do his tongue. Right here is gonna be the lightest. Better. And we will give it a couple little beings with this white color. Not too many though. Little small ones. That feels better. Let me see. What do you guys think? All right. How much time do we have? We've got about 5 minutes before the stream ends, and then we'll go ahead and do our drawing. What do you guys think? For 2 hours, we did some skin. Let's do these horns because I really want them to look good. Thank you, Brush Guy. Brush Guy, do you have some advices for the horns? I think I'm going to use Reichland Flesh Shade because it's got red in it. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Let's try it. It's got a lot of red in it. Gotta shake it up. Max number of tickets is 3. If you, yeah, you should have plenty of points. Dingo, you're on here all the time. Dingo, if we're doing it so that international people, they help me out with shipping, but you're gonna win a set of, like a $30 set of paints. And I will mark it as a gift, because it is a gift. So thank you from my stream. So you won't have to pay any VAT. So it's still going to be way cheaper than if you order it from yourself or for yourself. Yeah, I think so too. I'm going to brush the whole thing and then go back and highlight the top. Brush, like I said, we'll brush the whole thing and then highlight the top. Yeah, I like it. That was a good choice. Starting to look sufficiently evil. Alright, let me get back on cam. There we go. He looks cool. We'll let that dry a little bit and then we'll go with a darker color toward the base. I could use it. I'm going to use the Agrax after this. I'm going to let this dry and then we'll do the Agrax around close to his head and close to the armor. And yes. Good choice though, Sparagum. You've got a good eye. Let me get out my Agrax Earth Shade. And I put everything in dropper bottles and I love it. I don't spill anymore. Studio Dropship, thank you so much for the host with this. Thank you so much and welcome to the stream. This is what we're painting. His name is Nepharite of the Algeroth. And we're giving away this awesome set of Unnatural flesh. So if you're a regular on here, you should definitely enter because you'll have enough tickets. Yeah, you can only get to, yeah. Oh, Agrax Earthshade's next. Aww. Yeah, you know, Studio, the brush guy here on the stream, he sent me this model, and I had never heard of this company or this model, and I just thought the detail was really nice. Resin. He's very, he's like a sci-fi fantasy type of character, because he's like a demon with sci-fi weapons. Whoa, see, if I spill it, it doesn't go all over the place. Thank you. Alright, is it getting dry yet? Yes, it's dry over here, I think. So we can put some Agrax close to the base. Yeah, that darkened it up a lot. Good, good. I wanted the Reikland Flesh Shade because it had a red tone to it. If I just put the Agrax Earth Shade, it would have a brown tone, but not be reddish. This way we get both. And we're going to do the giveaway here very soon. Very, very soon. Probably within the next 2 or 3 minutes. Look at that. That looks cool. He's looking evil. Am I close enough to the camera? That's the only trouble with focusing in, is that you guys have less of a zone of being able to see it if I get too far away. Walbertoy, thank you so much for following. Welcome. Doing multiple layers of the Agrax Earthshade on here now, because it seems like every layer goes, we go back and make it a little bit darker. Great view. Oh good, I'm so glad you guys can see it. I was worried. Go. See how his horns are getting nice and dark now. And I'm gonna attempt and see what happens when I highlight just a little bit of this. Oh yeah, just a little bit on the tops, not on the whole thing, but just on the top. Hi, Mike. Oh, lovely husband Mike is home. We're about ready to do our giveaway if you want to help.
Hi, Street.
By the way, come here. Come here.
What?
It's a redhead day.
Ginger.
Kiss a ginger day. International. So if you have a ginger friend, ask for permission to kiss. I should have asked. No consent there. They're all saying hi, Promix. Okay.
Hello, buddy. Focus.
Focus. I have it focused when I hold it here.
Take him out.
Oh, there you go. The cat's sneezing. Poor kitty. Alright, just on the edges here. You're picking a winner for the raffle. You're going to close the raffle and I think it'll automatically pick. Ready? 10?
No, because delay.
Oh, there's a delay. We should just do it.
Here we
Alright.
go.
Paint set.
Tiger Star.
Tiger Stark! Yay! She wins the raffle for the paint set. Send me your info, Tiger Stark. I said that. Yay! Alright guys, let's look for someone to host.
But I just got here.
I know, but I have to go. We have to go because everybody's going to drop off the stream and I got to do it quick. I'm going to host Obaka TV because I love him.
Obaka TV.
He is my boy.
Just get some dancing in before the stream ends.
Yeah, you guys will love him. He's a German DJ and he's awesome. Let's rate him. There we go. Thank you guys. Get ready to end the stream, Mike.
Oh.
Bye guys.
Alright, here it goes. 3, 2, 1, bye!